7. Fear and Truth. November the 15th, 1955. Good morning, friends. Fear has many faces and assumes many forms. To deal honestly with our fears is difficult because it involves dealing honestly with ourselves. One striking form of fear is claustrophobia, the fear of being confined, the dread of being cooped up in a little space. Some people have a great horror of being hemmed in and shut up and often find it an impossibility to endure any situation tending thereto. There is a very real sense in which men feel a strong sense of claustrophobia when confronted by truth. To face the truth concerning themselves or to stand up for the truth in any and every circumstance is for them a fearfully confining thing. Truth gives him a sense of claustrophobia. For the natural man, the old Adam in us, the world is always a happier and freer place if truth can be avoided. The old Adam finds it much easier to live peaceably with a lie because it is much more at home in it. We are always much more at home on familiar ground than in strange and unfamiliar surroundings, and this is true both physically and psychologically. For this reason, the old Adam loves darkness and hates the light. For this reason, the old Adam in all men yearns for the old familiar security of a lie. Adam in the beginning refused to acknowledge the truth of his nakedness and rebellion and chose to protect himself with a lie. In like manner, the old Adam in us cannot stand for truth without fearing judgment. All evasion of truth is an evasion of decision or judgment and a vain hope for peace in a lie. But there is no rest, saith my God to the wicked. For the man living in flight from truth and under the cover of a lie, there is only an avenging conscience and a nagging guilt. The straight and narrow way of truth seems thick with troubles, but it proves to be strong with a power not our own. The broad and easy way of the living lie, on the other hand, proves to be increasingly confining and tends to destruction. The question is thus again one of security. Can anything ever give security short of God and our obedience to Him? Can we ever hope to find any lasting peace or security in our subterfuge and evasion, in any wishful thinking or fancied practicality? The truth seems dangerous to men because it involves a trust, not in our own devices, but in the providence of God. The truth seems dreadfully confining because it requires that we commit ourselves, against our own personal interests, to the requirements of God and His Word. In other words, the requirement of truth is that we stand when necessary against ourselves because God's commandment has priority over our needs and wishes. And this we can only do by the grace of God and through Jesus Christ, because it goes completely against the grain of the old Adam in us. If the Son shall make us free, we shall be free indeed, and part of that freedom is liberty from the bondage of a living lie, liberty from the obligation to find our sinful security in evasion and flight. We know ourselves, and we know that in us is no good thing, that our new life is in Christ and in His power. Knowing this, in God we trust, and in Him is our security.